going? So I know I haven't posted in a while, and yeah, it's been a little bit of time. I've been busy with projects here and there. So anyhow, when I get burnt out on a project, like I did that little mini bike because the motor's all away, I do not feel like tearing that motor apart. And yeah, so I put that aside and started working on this, um, which of course is, well, I know this one here will work. Um, the wiring harness is the most difficult part of it all because this thing is, well, let me move these off of here. And that, yeah, this is all the wiring harness so far. So yeah, the wiring harness for most people is quite intimidating, especially one like that. Yeah. So eventually I'll get to the wiring harness. For now, I'm going to work on getting the rest of the parts. I got another throttle body coming for it, the correct year. Looks just like this one. I don't know. They say that the one that I ordered, well, this one that's on here, this one right here, is a 2016 to a 2018. So I ordered another one, mainly because of this little piece right here. That piece was damaged, and trying to find it. I had ordered a couple. The first one I ordered wasn't the right one. It was just by a pinch. So I ordered another one, and that one didn't fit at all. And I was like, you know what? I got a little bit discouraged. Stuffed it under there in the corner for about a year. Drug it back out, and I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and give this another shot. Look at it a little bit differently. I'm going to get the whole damn throttle body, which comes with that piece, and any other piece that I might need for it, like replacement parts will be on here, except for that sensor. That's the fuel sensor or whatever. Anyhow, I also ordered the air intake, or the air filter. There you go. The air filter, the air box there. Yeah. So ordered that. That'll be on, well, it's actually on its way. So, oh yeah, and if you guys haven't noticed already, I'm sticking this motor in this here go-kart. I figured, hey, that's not a bad idea. I mean, it's not the first time I've seen something like this done, and usually it's done with motors like a 1000cc or a 650cc. I think I may have even seen one done with a 500cc, which is exactly what this motor is. This is the Honda CBR500R. Not a ton of power, but plenty enough to move this go-kart. So figured, okay, I'll stick that in there, and got to get some more tubing for it for over here, because as you see, the motor mount right there and right there. Need that to be but when I make my motor mounts, it has to weld on to something on this side, so make another rail coming down and across, and I figured that'll work. I have the axle coming. I have another one of these right here. Have another one of these on the way. It's a hub for the wheel. The one I have in there is a 1-inch. This one here is a bit bigger. So needed another one of those, so I ordered one. Those will go on here. And then the axle, once I get the axle in, then I can get the bearings. I'm going to get, now the bearings, they come in sets of 2. So I'll get 2 sets of bearings. So that'll be one here, one here, one here, and that other piece I weld in, one right, well, actually, that'd be a total of 5 because one has to go over here. So I'll have to order 3 sets. That's fine. Overkill, without a doubt. No doubt in my mind, overkill. I know. But the axle I'm getting, it's a hollow axle. The sidewalls are pretty thick, without a doubt, but it's not a solid axle. So I've seen people bend the 1 inch, and I don't think this axle will bend, but I'm not gonna take a chance with that. So I'm just gonna go ahead, put bearings going all the way across, and call it good. Now normally where people have had problems is the torque of their motor will normally bend the axle somewhere over here, or they're going crazy, because well, they're sponsored, and they their sponsors will pay for it. Me, I pay for everything on my own. Me and my lady, we pay for this stuff, so I'm trying to be careful, and trying to make it the strongest that I possibly can, which would mean 3 sets of bearings going all the way across. That should hopefully make it strong enough to where that axle will not bend. That's what I'm shooting for. So yeah, anyhow, that's pretty much what I'm working on right now, is that part. Now the front, pretty much the whole front will need to be changed out. I'm going to keep the steering wheel because I made that myself. It has a start button, and over here it has the kill button, or vice versa. It also has a quick release racing steering wheel hub. I will be right here be running a tube, piece of pipe going down, and the steering will be on full ball bearings. I've done that once before. It's been a while. The spindles, I'll take that completely off. The bar going straight across, that square piece of tubing here, that's the only square piece of tubing on this go-kart. Now, it may be original, it may not, I don't know, but it's broken more than once. I put this bar here because, well, it had a crack on the bottom of one of the sides, I can't remember. But I'm going to replace that square tubing with a gas line. I figured that's some heavy duty stuff, and it's what I've built a lot of my mini bikes out of, is using a gas line, because it just don't break. Look, I'm a big boy, okay? I'm a big guy, and most of my bikes, well, mini bikes, most of them don't have suspension, and knowing that they don't have suspension, I have to be a little bit more careful. But when you're running them hard through the dirt, you're not worried about being careful. So in that case, I had to make it strong enough to put up with the abuse that I'm going to put it through. So I use gas pipe. Oh, actually, here's a piece right here. This right here. So as you can see how thick of a wall that is, that's a pretty thick wall right there. Actually, this piece here I have set aside for my lady's bike. I'm going to extend the foot pegs out on the bike a bit for her. So anyhow, yeah, I'll replace that with some stronger heavy duty pipe. The spindles, I'll have to change those out. The tie rod's probably the same. The whole steering column's being redone. And yeah, I'll more than likely change out the front tires and rims and whatnot. So I figured that's not a bad idea. I do have the original seat for it, which of course I modified a bit. I need to do a little tweaking on it. You see that? You see that? This side over here comes out a little bit. That's easy enough to do. That's not a problem. I do have the backrest and the seat and the cushion. I just have to upholster it. I figured I'll wait to do that once I get them, whatever motor is going to be in here, once I get that in, which is going to be this one, and the motor mount's done and the axles and yeah, all that. Once I get all that stuff done, this will pretty much be the last thing that I pretty much do on it, so I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, anyhow, there we go. Wanted to show you guys what I've been up to. I know I haven't posted in a while, so there you go. That's what I've been up to. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll be talking to you guys really soon.